State High School, or Aces Rocket League versus the CCPS Esports. Very excited to see what these guys can do because both teams are coming off the back of wins. But before we do jump into it, we need to hear from the sponsors. Of course, this competition wouldn't be happening without them. That is going to be Aegon by AOC, the gaming monitor partner who provides the best in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. Indomie, the noodle partner, made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie Migoran will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available from today at your local grocer or, of course, indomie.com.au. And finally, Game On Cancer, the charity of choice for AEL, who fund much-needed cancer research projects, with the AEL donating a portion of all student participation fees to this life-saving cause. If you'd like to donate as well, please head to the AEL Certify campaign page. Well, thank you very much again to our sponsors, because again, it wouldn't be happening, or this competition wouldn't be on if it wasn't for them. But that being said, Metis, we're going to jump into that action very shortly. What do you think about these two teams? 2-0 all the entire time up. I'm excited.
I'm really excited. This is a big showdown. Both the best teams so far in the competition. I think I'm going to lean towards CCPS Esports. I think Denison College, they showed they were a really great team, and to only lose one game to such a great team, I think says a lot about how good they are. But Aces, they're strong as well. They've put up some performances, and we'll find out just how strong they are right now as we get into the action.
Yeah, we're jumping into it now. Good luck, have fun to both these teams. Of course, they've been winning the entire time, but finally, one of them will need to drop down. We'll see how we go. Very quick start here from Nutsy, but Shortman will be able to stop that ball from going in. That was looking like it was going to be a very quick goal, but stopped immediately. As I say that, though, Nutsy comes back in, unrelenting, and gets another goal.
Great pressure. They just apply the pressure straight away. Monster decides not to touch it. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not, but it works out really perfectly for Nutsy to score, and basically almost an open net. I mean, the players are there, but just when the ball bounces up so perfectly, it's just such a perfect opportunity for the attackers to score, and Caloundra City on the board straight away.
We'll see how we go. Flabus now in control of the ball. We can see Monstar is trailing for the time being. Flabus uses a bit of boost just to see if they can get off the initial point, but the defense is ready and waiting. Another point back into the center there, but it will be bumped and defended, and Nutsy's now back on the ball.
Yeah, Nutsy's looking good. A little bit, some random mistakes, but it's been working out in the favor of Caloundra City. Flabust up on the ball, tries to get that pass in off the backboard, doesn't work out. It's going to bounce out now, and Caloundra City straight on the attack, bounces perfectly. Nutsy small miss, but he's still got teammates lurking, and that's a great shot and a great save to follow up. And now it's a little bit awkward for Albany Creek, and what can they do? They look like they're just struggling to get into good positions to attack, and Caloundra City, they've just had so many opportunities, and you've got to think with the amount of pressure they've been applying throughout the game, they're probably going to get another goal and probably get one soon.
You can see Monster bringing it up high as well, but Shortman is trying to stop it. A bit of a little, knockdown there. We'll get some momentum on the ball and keep it well and truly away from the danger zone. But it is going to continue to be a bit of a back and forth from both of these teams for the time being. See if perhaps there's going to be just a poking or prodding of that defense. And while this is all happening, Caloundra is going to remain in the lead. Nutsy, though, sees an opportunity, just jumps over the edge, though. I think there was perhaps a expectation for the ball to be bounced, but that was thwarted by Albany. And now we're just still going to continue with our typical ebb and flow of the game.
Yeah, both teams, they're kind of probing that they're playing a reasonably safe game. Kind of, it gets a little bit too dangerous. They just clear the ball out, try to get it away from the danger zone. Little shot there, just off target. But both teams aren't really willing to overextend, and that's why we're kind of at a stalemate right here. But who will decide to overextend? Who overextends and gets punished, or who overextends and scores? That's the thing. And Nutsy there goes by himself, does it all, scores the second goal, and really is showing up for his team right now.
And you can see Monster was there in support as well if needed, perhaps drawing a little bit of that focus away, allowing Nutsy to come in and get that ball. But Don't want to take any merit away from Nutsy there. Definitely well played there. Nice little push on the ball over the top end, allowing for that goal. And of course, continuing to push it to a 2-0 lead. Things not looking too good here for Albany for the time being, but we do know that 2-0 can sometimes be a dangerous proposition there for the team in front.
Yeah, 2-0 is always a dangerous lead to have, and still a lot of time left for Albany Creek to find something. They've definitely had opportunities, and that's a huge one that they've just missed. Oh, an open net. You can't miss those. That's an important one to hit, and they'll be thinking of that if they lose this game as just a mistake that, you know, kind of is unwarranted. And now Columbia City get that opportunity to go for the counter attack. Later just gets knocked off the ball, and now Albany Creek back in it, trying to get the goal that they need to make this winnable. But it's not going to happen. Columbia City playing really good defense. They're all three are right there. And that's kind of maybe a lack of comms, and it won't punish them because, you know, no one's really up there pressing, trying to force things to happen for Albany Creek. But I think if they did push someone up, they went kind of really aggressively, it would really open things up for them. But a minute and a half left, and you need to find something really quick.
Well, I mean, in this situation, it seems they're parking the bus, but this is what happens when you park the bus for too long, because you guys are cars, right? That's the problem. You don't really have the big surface area to cover everything across, and eventually the opposing team can just attack, and Flabus finally finds that opportunity to convert. 2-1, still in the lead for the time being, but now puts a little bit more emphasis to perhaps get themselves a stronger goal line rather than just sit back and hold their lead.
Yeah, you talk about, you know, you're just cars, you're not buses, but if you pulled out the Merc, you know, that's a big car. That has a big hitbox. You know, maybe that covers the net. Maybe that's the strategy.
Is it a Merc or is it a Rolls Royce you're talking about?
Well, it's called the Merc, but it's basically just
Merc, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the car to go with. I think if you're going to park the bus, I mean that is a brick of a car. That is definitely the Airbus when it flies in the air. That's a different breed of car from any other car in the game, and they're pushing the attack, and Monster might just get a goal out of this. Lade, oh, he jumped and he almost had the goal. Little team bump there. Not going to help Nutsy out too much. But 34 seconds left and 0 seconds. Albany Creek pressing hard. Great pass over. And it's so close. You can feel Albany Creek are in this game. They're almost pushing to get that tie and force overtime. Kazu scores. And we are tied.
Ooh, so there we go. Again, 3 members there. A bit of a little jump there. Just not enough boost to actually force a good defense there. And it sets up a nice little hit there for Kazu, who jumps on that opportunity like a bear to honey and makes sure that it is going to be 2-all. And things now not looking the best here for Caloundra. You can tell that perhaps momentum is definitely going to be in the favor now of Albany Creek.
I think it's just a little bit of panic. They have the lead. They kind of slow things down, try to play safe, try to play not to lose. And in Rocket League, you know, a lot of times you play not to lose, it can really backfire. And they did that, but they also panic. So, you know, panic plus playing not to lose, it really opens things up for the opposition. And they just need to return to that form they had at the start. Ooh, almost kept conceded a goal there. But it's really the momentum shifted to Albany and Winter City. They're going to need to find another gear if they want to win this first game.
Well, that's one way to do it. A nice little quick demo there will allow perhaps an opportunity, but no one really jumps on it. The ball's high in the air there. Shortman tries to knock it straight down the guts. Perhaps to see if the goal would be available, but the defense is there. Now, Flavis is in a good position. Doesn't get high enough to knock the ball down for a very easy goal off the back end there. Perhaps rushed a little bit too much on that opportunity. As I say, that laugh comes in. Monster goes for a strike, but it is going to be defended there. 2 men in position to stop that ball from going through the line. And now Kazahu in control, but of course it is just going to be out in the pitch somewhere. As I say that, moving towards the center once again. Flabist in control. Let's see what he can do. Nutsy's there for the defense, and it's just back to that ebb and flow between these two teams.
Yeah, it's, you know, we're a minute in and it feels like both teams have had opportunities here in overtime, and I think it's really just who makes the first mistake, who makes a double commit, who has just a little bit of miscommunication and really just kind of open things up for the opposition team. That's all it's going to take to concede, or it's going to take a really great play out of a great player, and Kazu trying to make something happen off the backboard almost turns up and shows out. But minute and a half remaining. Both teams really in it.
You can see Leif there has some control. Monster tries to put it in, but Flabster is there for the defense as well, and fortunately isn't going to hand up of anything. There's an opportunity. It doesn't get through. Flabis tries to get there, but Nutsy secures it, and it is going to be Caloundra able to pull it away at the last second there. I mean, honestly, that was all Leif there, just finding that opportunity, but Nutsy making sure to be the janitor and just clean up that goal afterwards.
Man, I panicked. I thought Leif, he did such a good job to jump on that ball to force that to almost get the goal. And when it hits the crossbar and starts bouncing out, you're kind of like, is the other team going to get there to get the save? And Albany doesn't get back to the save. Nutsy comes in and cleans things up, gets his third goal, gets a hat trick. But, oh, that was just marginally close. And I'm really looking forward to this next game because it really seems like both teams are in it, and they're kind of with momentum shifting towards Albany. Yeah, it feels like
the director had it so perfect there. You could see the ball when the ball went in to go do what was going to happen, right? And then the absolute sense of urgency that came out of Flabist. You could just it was just a perfect timing to be exactly in his point of view. Just speed rushing to get to the ball to stop it from going in, but Nutsy was able to get it at that very end. And even if Flabis got there, it would have been a tough save, right? It would have been an extremely tough save. So, yeah, it should be good in that sort of sense there.
Yeah, those goal line saves are always really, really difficult to get on. And it might be a kickoff goal to get things started. Caloundra City start off strong. And that's all it takes, best of three. It's so just, one little mistake, one bad start to a game, and the series is just done. You don't get that kind of second chance feeling that a best of five gives you at all. And Albany Creek, they're just going to be kicking themselves about that kind of early mistake if they don't bounce back and score a quick goal.
Yeah, you can see pretty tough on the side there that they managed to get that nice little pinch, allowing them to operate with that there. But, of course, we do know that Albany have the capability to make a comeback. They did it before in the last round, bringing it into that overtime. So let's see how they go this time around. It is one of those things where in games and sports, you go, well, it's rough when that happens with those initial quick goals. But you can say if you believe you're the better team, you should be able to bounce back from that.
Yeah, and I think confidence is a really important thing in Rocket League. If you feel like you are the better team, a lot of the times you just play better. If you feel like you're not, you kind of go a little bit more conservative, and that's kind of, I think, what's happening to Albany right now. Caloundra City, Monster, they're on the ball and scores the goal.
Yep, you can see there, nice little tap on the side there. Perhaps no boost to jump up for the save, and does mean that a quick 2-0 lead, but we've been here before, right? This is a scenario that Albany Creek's had to deal with in the past, and they've managed to make a comeback. As we say that, obviously a very nice little bounce there for Albany, but no one really to jump onto it. Of course, everyone's too busy grabbing their boosts. Kind of necessary even to take advantage of that play. Kazu now has control of the ball. Leif ready and waiting to receive it. Does manage to defend back and is now repositioning the ball in position. He's going to dribble it for the time being. Monster bring it in the air into that corner and looking for an opportunity for the save, but nothing's going to come out of it.
Yeah, going back to that kickoff, like you said, it's quite important to kind of grab that boost. You don't necessarily need 100 boost, but if you kind of press up as a team and expel all your boost, that might be a goal, right at the start of the kickoff. Sometimes that can just leave your entire team out of position, unable to get back, and the opposition team who's gone back, gathered the boost, has that speed advantage, that boost advantage to just go above you and potentially score. So good thing to kind of not over press off of the kickoff by Albany, but obviously it cost them potentially a goal there at the start, and they need a goal because they're down by 2.
Oh yeah, absolutely right. I mean, that's just straight away when if you're losing, you probably need to get some points on the board, and that seems to be the first thing. We've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds for Albany to make something happen, or CCPS with the guys walking away with 3-0 in the first initial round so far of the Swiss. Of course, not ideal for Albany Creek, but still, they're doing pretty damn well if you ask me at the end of the day in terms of putting it. As I said, that Flabis misses that opportunity. I reckon that could have gone in if that was just executed a bit better.
Yeah, just, I've said it before, good versus great teams. They score goals, and Kazu gets onto that pass. It's just a good pass. Flabbers reads it off the corner, bounce. That's all it needs. Just a little bit to go away from the goal, because all the defenders, they're on the goal line. It's one of the most difficult places to be, because you kind of got to jump back at the ball, and the ball's going away from you. It's going towards the attacker. So it's really difficult. And to get that bouncing it so that it's towards the person who's going to come in and shoot it, really great from Albany. And that leads to that first goal here. And plenty of time to score another one and even maybe get the lead in regulation.
Absolutely right. 2 minutes. I mean, I've seen more goals go through in a real soccer match than in Rocket League. That's honestly so much more time than expected. I think people have lost hours thinking they've only played one more match of Rocket League, and in the end ends up being only 5 minutes matches, but really they've put 50 in the space of that short time. As we say that though, the Caloundra City find an opportunity there. Perhaps not the most climactic goal, but of course, again, just a nice good touch there. Wasn't really expected there by Albany, and that means that Caloundra do take a quite effective lead now with 1 minute and 45 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, Caloundra City Private School, they have really shown up here in this game, and they're performing well. It's a good pass, and that's just not a mistake you can be making when you're down by a goal, and it's a hard shot to take, and but it's still one that is scoreable, and that's going to be a kicker. But that's a good goal from Flabbers. He just shoots it on target. The defenders panic. They're not able to get there. They're really just, I don't think, expecting the shot. They both, I think, were heading towards boost, and Nazi bumps his teammate, but it won't really matter. And Albany Creek, they get that second goal, that crucial second goal, and a minute 26 left is so much time. Oh no, the kickoff, disastrous.
Oh no. The communication just wasn't there. I mean, just look at Monsters, like, yep, sweet, bam. I think many people just went for the boost, didn't read what was supposed to be happening there, and of course, now it's going to be 4-2. I think maybe some players lagging as well. Of course, some of the issues with being an online game do crop up from time to time. But yeah, definitely a rough feeling to be in.
I think it was just Kazu he just a little bit of a miss input off the kickoff, and that's stuff that happens to every single player, and it can cost you, unfortunately. And that's why it's important to always have a cheat. So when you go for the kickoff, you have the person go for the kickoff. Oh, what a save! And then you have a follow-up person behind there who's just ready, in case the ball spills out, just to get onto the ball. And if there was someone there cheating, it's potentially good for Albany, but Caloundra City Monster on there and makes it 5-2.
Yeah, and this is the point in time where we're starting to see perhaps the nails in the coffin start to be screwed in. Or when I say now, I mean not nails, this would be screws in that scenario, but hammered in would be the scenario here. Just to correct myself there, in case anyone's like, well, actually, Mendrix, you don't hammer screws, just to let you know. Or you don't screw in nails.
You could hammer in screws. I don't know how it would work out.
You could. It wouldn't work the best. It
wouldn't be. Might not work as intended.
I wouldn't get that building certified, if they were hammering those in. As we say that, Flabbers finds an opportunity here, but again, the good work from Caloundra City still puts them in a really comfortable position. 2 goals for 29 seconds, but Caloundra City really cannot take their feet off the gas. They need to make sure that they keep the composure in place here, because I have seen goals come in quicker in this space of time. Three goals is definitely still doable, and as we say that, Kazu comes in for another little hit there, but isn't going to find the mark.
Yeah, just a little double commit there by Lath, and it's not going to cost them, but if you want to kind of not double commit in the corner. If you can help yourself, this might go in the goal. 8 seconds. 8 seconds left.
It's
one
doable.
goal game.
It's doable.
It is possible.
It is 100% possible here. Of course, CCPS will just need to play consistent, right? They just need to go, all right, keep it high, keep it away from the goal. Everything's fine. This is probably one of the few times I would say, bring out the Merc, park the bus, right? That's what you should be needing to do in this scenario here. As you can see, nice big heavy hit, pushing it well and truly away from the danger zone. We're now after the dying seconds, or the dying moments. You can see Albany want to keep it in the air as much as possible. They're going to be able to do it. I think that might be it. It's still going. Somehow it's still going,
Oh,
but he's gonna let it go. You can see Nazi is just gonna let that one drop, and Calandra City will take their win.
Yeah, it's down there, but they were just fractionally close. If that just skims off, I think it was I don't know whose car it was, but if it just skims off, I mean that's potentially just going straight in the net, and they just get a little bit unlucky there and to not get that 0-second goal. They put in a really good effort to keep the ball up and put themselves in a position to score, but it doesn't work out. Calandra City show that they are the best team right now in this Swiss, and they do it, I think, pretty convincingly. They had a little bit of shakiness at times, but it was a pretty good showing.
You cannot argue with the results. That's, you know, they are fact, and that seems to be the case for the time being. But that being said, there's still plenty of competition left. In fact, there's still some more time for us today to get another round in, of course. So that does mean we'll be moving to a quick break.